Hello everyone and welcome back to another review with me, Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whisky. This week I've gone for another bottle which was one I was given for my birthday, and I thought it was time to get it open. I've had a lot of sherry bombs going over the last few weeks. I've got one more sherry bomb to go, which I'll probably do that next week. So this week we've gone for the Deanston. This is the Deanston Virgin Oak. It's part of the core range, 46.3% ABV, non-chill filtered, natural colour, ticks all the boxes for me. Local distillery as well. Deanston is not too far from Stirling, just outside of Doon. They have a really amazing distillery. It's one of these distilleries I always smell it before I see it. I love that smell in the mash. You're driving down and it just starts coming through the car, and the moment you get out your car in the little car park and you're walking in, it just takes you right in. It's beautiful, really cool setting. It used to be a cotton mill, so you can see the style of the building is that rich in history. Way back in the day in 1800s when that started off being a big mill. Loads of things happened. Deanston became this distillery, well, the cotton mill, and they used their own currency, these coins called Deanstons. So you could use that on site. If you worked there, you would use this as your own currency and you wouldn't have to go and get ordinary money, which I thought was really cool. Another cool thing with Deanston now, I think it was 1966 is when they really started turning around and becoming back to being this distillery that we love and know. They get their water source from the River Teith, which is literally a stone throw from the front door of the building. So it's running right by, going in there. They use that water to also water down their whiskey, which I think is great. So it's very natural sourced. They get their barley from local farmers. Everything's really good. Loving the ethos and what they actually do. So I've got the Virgin Oak here, as we can see, natural colour, unchill filtered in big writing and finished in Virgin Oak cask. So I'm going to get this on the nose first and we'll go through a little bit more. I've had this sitting there for about 20 minutes now. So this, even though it says Virgin Oak casks, it's been finished for about 6 months in Virgin Oak. I used to always think it spent its full life in Virgin Oak casks, but every single bottle of Deanston starts its life in ex-bourbon, and then this one is moved into Virgin Oak. So we'll go into Virgin Oak and what that means just after we get this a wee try. So on the nose, let's see what we can get from this. It is unbelievably fresh, crisp, very fruity. It's quite apple-led. Like a big juicy green apple. That's this slightly more bitter apple, a sour one. The Deanston malt comes through, that slight malty note, the kind of base layer of it, a little bit of honey. It's just very fresh. Big blast of vanilla there as well. Well, we'll get this on the palate. Let's see what it's all about. Slange your own. It just hits. There's more fresh fruit coming through. That apple sticks around right at the very tail end. There's that bit of spice, kind of clove. It's got that doughy note to it, like the barley note coming through, quite like the base of a cake maybe, just at the dough of the cake. Apple pie with some spices put in between it. It sits on the tongue. It is a nice finish to it. It's a beautiful dram. So fresh in the nose. That sweet hit comes right at the end on it in the nose. Malty, honeyed, spicy. It's like, the way I would describe it is rough wood. You know, if you sand wood down, if you get older whiskey, it's as if it's been sanded down, it's got a bit of mahogany on there, it's been varnished, it's just nice and relaxed. This has got a bit of character, it's in your face, it's still rugged, doesn't really know where it wants to go, but it just likes being that. It's a lovable rogue, I would say. A little bit different, but in a really good way. I'm going to add a wee splash of water. I do like it without, but I'm going to add a little bit in. See how that changes it. So as I was saying, with virgin oak, so virgin oak means that it's the cask or the wood has never interacted with any alcohol before. So the first time it goes in to that wood, it makes it a virgin oak. So what happens is the ex-bourbon cask, I think this is aged between 6 and 8 years. They don't put it on the bottle. And then the last 6 months, it comes out the ex-bourbon cask, and then that gets put into a virgin oak cask. So the first time it ever gets liquid put in it is once it gets decanted from the ex-bourbon into the virgin oak, and it gives it this really eccentric taste and flavour. It kind of accelerates flavour, being virgin oak. The other thing with Deanston just now is they've just changed hands again. They've got a new master distiller that's just came in. Brendan McCarran was with Ardbeg and Glenmorangie, and he's now taken over at Deanston just in the last few weeks. So I wonder if anything's going to change there. Obviously being with such a huge calibre of class with Ardbeg, big heavy hitting peat monsters, to then being Glenmorangie, this very soft, delicate. We can look at Deanston, we've got that Isla, you've got Bunnahabhain, and then you've got who's the last one I'm missing? Tobermory. So 3 distilleries which he's going to be running, which I think is going to be really cool. Let's try this. A little bit of water, see how it's changed. It kind of comes up more now like powdered sugar. That sweetness, it's given me a lot more sweeter notes on the nose. Yeah, it's got that powdered sugar, white casting sugar. Yeah, that little bit of water in there. Spices staying down, but it's still staying apples. Apple pie, apple crumble pie with cinnamon or a wee bit of ginger, some sort of spice in there. It's good stuff, really good liquid. I was gifted this, but I do know you can pick this up for under £40, sometimes 30, 35 I think would be the top dollar for it. It is about the same price range as the 12-year-old. I think this is just a different animal. Something slightly different, something a bit bigger and bolder on the palate. If you're looking for something like that, I would definitely recommend this. I do enjoy Deanston. It is sometimes if I don't have the virgin oak, I'll have the 12. If I don't have the 12, I'll have the virgin oak and vice versa. It's cracking liquid, non-chill filtered, natural colour. We've got everything on there that we want to see. It's just brilliant. I really, really enjoy that. I do think I will go and pour another one and sit and enjoy it as well, just sit and relax. I was golfing today, not long off the golf course, and thought I need to get this done. So I will go sit back and I'll have another dram to reflect on my not so good golf today. So whiskey's always got good positive, doesn't it? If you play good golf, you have a whiskey. If you play bad golf, you have a whiskey. You're always winning, either way. But I did put a wee thing out last week to let me know about your favourite Glenallachie, and I do have a winner for that. It's Neil Bruce. I loved how he went into what his favourite ones were. He did say he's going to struggle to get the batch 5 over in the States, so I suspect you're stateside. I will do my best to try and get something sent over to you, so if you reach out to me on social media in any way and get me your address, we can try and work something out. I did struggle to get something to Canada the other week, but I'm still working on things. So reach out to me, you can get yourself a dram of the Glenallachie from last week. And we'll just keep going with the same theme. If you want to get a dram of this sent to you, let me know what your favourite Deanston is and why. Just put a wee drop in the comments below and let me know what you think. Once you're down there as well, if you've not hit subscribe already and leave a wee like there too. But I'm going to go sit back, I'm going to enjoy this, I'm going to relax and pour another one I think, and that will be me for the night. But everyone, thanks for joining in. As always, I've been Kevin from Kevin Grant on Whisky. Join me next week. Let's talk whisky. Slange.